Guys, so welcome to my 10th month update of using the Stash Invest app. This is an app where you can simply invest in partial shares of lots of different American companies as well as invest in ETFs. So I wanted to make this update video to show you guys how I've been doing since the recent stock market volatility. Due to the coronavirus, a lot of investors, we had a huge sell-off about a week ago, and then recently when Trump hinted at lowering interest rates, we've seen a lot of progress made back. So really I just wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. Really, I haven't really been doing anything. I barely touched my portfolio. I'm in this for the long run. You know, I understand that a lot of people are scared because the coronavirus will affect the upcoming earnings season. So guys, don't expect a lot of the stocks that have been performing very strongly over the last maybe quarter or last couple of quarters. There is going to be a lot of financial blowback due to coronavirus. You know, when people are sick, they're not spending as much money, and people are going into survival mode, which means they're not spending as much money on luxury goods, things like that. So I do expect earnings to be hit, but in the long run, in a couple years from now, I think everything's fine. So I really didn't do anything different. If you guys want to take a look at my portfolio here, I have the same 5 stocks I had. Like I said, the one that got hit the biggest was Apple. So I'm currently sitting around 33% of my portfolio is in Apple, Alphabet, MasterCard, Microsoft, and Adobe. Now, I do wish that I was a little bit more weighted in cash in this portfolio because, as I said, I haven't really done anything in terms of rebalancing or stuff like that. But I'm 33 years old, and my horizon for this account is a lot more and more long term. So for some of you guys that are kind of near retirement, this could be a time to go heavily into cash. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy stocks at all, but what I'm saying is that, look, if you think you're going to be retiring in the near future, you don't need to make a lot of money in the stock market. You need to preserve your capital. So depending on what age you're at, this is how you kind of want to play this market. If you're a lot younger, for you guys watching this video in your 20s, 30s, and even in your 40s, I would just hang in there. You know, we've seen this before. After every stock market crash, there's been the stock market has recovered and gone much higher. Basically, if you want to buy stocks, if you are bullish on the American economy and American companies. So do I think American companies will be worth more money in 5 years? Absolutely. You know, I like to travel a lot, and everywhere I go, I see American companies all over the world. So don't think that American companies are in the future or going to be struggling or something like that. Maybe in the short term, earnings will be down, but you know, next year, 2021, 2022, everything should be fine. So that's basically my update video. You know, guys, I just wanted to say, you know, basically, just hang in there if you're investing for the long run. If you're closer to retirement or something like that, wouldn't be a bad idea to go so much in cash because we could see some more volatility in the future. But so far I'm happy. You know, after basically a major market correction, the Dow Jones is down quite a bit. I'm still up 8% on this portfolio, and the good thing I like about Stash is that this is kind of like my turn into my emergency savings as well. And for you, some of you guys that don't understand why to use this app, I use this app as kind of a buffer. I like to put cash in Stash. I feel like it's a way that I can save some extra money. I can, you know, get used to sliding money away in a separate account. And I really like the app for researching stocks. So if you guys aren't familiar with the app, one of the cool features on Stash is that you can look at the performance of stocks and you can check out historical performance. So as you guys can see, Apple stock has returned 30% annually ever since it IPO'd back in the 80s. So this is why I like to use Stash, if you guys are wondering why I would use it. Some of you guys out there, if you're not into buying fractional shares and stuff like that, this is one of my favorite features here because you can actually find this information as well on a lot of websites like Morningstar, but it's just so much easier for me to find this information. So yeah, guys, that's my Stash investor update. You know, I'm going on 1 year on the app. I'm nearing $1,000. I'll probably cross that milestone within next week. I'll probably just throw the money in there so I can get to $1,000. I saved up $1,000 on Stash app in less than a year, and hopefully I want to take this account up at least to the $5,000 mark, so then I start kind of transitioning into it turns basically into a sign of like an expense ratio where you pay an expense ratio of 0.125%, which is I believe it's something like $12.50 on a $5,000. No, it's a point. I believe the expense ratio for fees if your account goes over $5 I think it's 0.025%, and very small amount, guys. So on a $5,000 balance, like $12, something like that. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So what are you doing with your stash portfolio? Are you selling your stocks? Are you going all in cash? Let me know how you guys are dealing with kind of this market volatility. And until next time, take care.